Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Malta getaway. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, I'll leave a video link somewhere around about here. It pretty much involves everything we did on the island of Malta. It's also funny that in part 1 I mentioned how I couldn't stretch my arm far out because I had been picking up weights. And now in part 2 I have actually broken my hand. Yeah, if you want to check out the video of how I broke my hand, I did that last week. I put it somewhere around about here. But yeah, it's part 1, I can't stretch my arm. Part 2, broken my hand. What the hell is going to happen to myself in part 3? I feel as if there's some kind of connection forming. Anyway, now on part 2, we head to the island of Gozo. So let's jump straight. Let's jump straight into it. The drive to the port had quite a nice view to it. And like us, if you are looking to use your hire car in Gozo, you'll need to drive onto the ferry, which is always an enjoyable experience.
On the ferry.
The ferries operate on a regular basis and you only pay once you return to Malta. The journey is quite quick and takes around 20 to 30 minutes where you get to take in all the sea views as well as the Gozo border.
We're coming off the ferry and into where we're coming into, Andrew.
We're coming into Gozo.
Yay! This is smaller than Malta, but apparently it's meant to be very, very beautiful.
What do you want to do in Gozo?
I want to see the beaches, the countryside, Tarpinu. It's a really sacred building. I mean, this isn't a good representation. Yeah. Oh no, there's a nice church over there. Church. See, there we go. We found a church.
Church? Something that doesn't look like a ramp.
Look at this beautiful Gozian ramp. Ooh. Andrew thinks these rocks are dangerous because they could fall on you and crush your car. What do you think? He did say it. I said I think he's been a bit stupid, but you know, life with Andrew.
For the record, I completely realise they are not falling rocks and they're there for decoration. It's part of the wall, for crying out loud. It's just stupid Rebecca playing a prank on me. Anyway, we finally made it to our Airbnb, which was in the lovely, quiet countryside.
Okay, so this is where we're staying. Well, it's not this place. This is what I thought it was originally, but it's not. It's just round this corner. So I'm going to go down this little dirt track. And it's this building right in front of us. This kind of little ruins kind of little looking place. Open the old picket fence. Because this is an Airbnb, we've got other people who could potentially stay here. So there's a penthouse in there. Some people were in there last night, but I think they've gone now. Just going to show you the outside. You've already guessed it. There is a swimming pool here. Haven't had a chance to go in it just yet. I don't think we will because we arrived last night and we're here for one more night. So I don't think it's going to happen, but the views are pretty incredible though from up here. And behind door number 1. Here we go. This is the kitchen. Quite a Spanish looking family home.
Do you think I could be a photographer for IKEA?
Also leads into the kind of living room and dining room area. Quite nice. Yeah, this is a little living room area, TV, fireplace. And let's go upstairs to our master bedroom. Here we are, double bed with some mosquito netting, and this leads us on to the final room, the bathroom. Got Rebecca in here as well. We've got a giant, about 3-person bedroom. Oh, not a bedroom.
3 people live in that bath. 3 people.
We've got a 3-person bath. I look forward to diving in that maybe later on. Don't you hate it when you just open the window and there's never a view to look at? Oh God. There is never a view. I just don't get it. Never a view from your bathroom. I think we're gonna have to move, Rebecca, go somewhere else. I'd like to see what this view is like at night time. So let's do a quick transition. And this is what it looks like at night. There you go, it's a completely different picture now. Well, there we have it. Hope you've enjoyed this little the cribs kind of video-esque. Hope you've enjoyed your stay here. Now, as they always do on the show, it's time for you to leave. Go on, here's the door. Go on, get out. Go on. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's not focusing. There we go. Bye-bye. Bye. Now I'm stuck.
Next up was visiting the Wedra Tower, which is one of numerous watchtowers around the island.
Little bit. You saw some dead what?
Someone's head.
Someone's head.
Built in 1652, it was first used to watch out over the seas for oncoming enemies like pirates, which could then alert nearby other towers.
You live here, do you?
Yeah.
Long time?
Yeah. Nearly 10 years now.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Still got the English accent then?
Oh, I think that will go.
Yeah.
You even had a chance to go up to the roof and have a proper lookout over the island. Here you got to really take in the views, and if we pause the video, here you can witness the unfortunate demise of the Azure window. Right here is where this used to be, a famous tourist location. You've probably seen it in photos and films and postcards, and even Game of Thrones was shot here. So that means all of that scene must have been shot around about here. Pretty cool. The Maltese are still pretty upset that it's gone, as it is still quite recent that it collapsed. It happened in March 2017 when a very severe storm happened. It's such a shame as it was such an attraction there. The tower was also used to protect this. This is called fungus rock or mushroom rock. It grew a plant that had a repulsive smell, and in 1744 it was illegal to visit the rock as the Knights of Malta believed the plant had medicinal powers for dressing wounds and healing cures.
Right, let's go down to those caves.
So next up, as you can tell, we took a visit to these caves where you can hire a boat, go through them and view the other side. Going through them, you get to see how narrow they are. They're spectacular, and you've got to realise these aren't man-made. All of the crevices and different rock formations are purely just nature playing its own course. You get to go deep inside them, but not too deep because that looks pretty spooky. And you wouldn't even be able to turn the boat round either. Remember the Azure window that collapsed? Well, this is how it looks like now up and close. You can even see the bit of where it was attached to the cliff. Our driver said that you can still see the remains in the water. I bet it makes a great snorkeling area. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my waterproof camera because that would have been some good shots. We also came across this face in the wall, as well as a rock in the shape of a crocodile. Pretty strange, I know.
Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome.
Oh.
You have no idea what's up this other side, do you?
Nah. There's loads of little nooks and crannies. Caves to go in. Why is it that whenever we go somewhere, there's always loads of people that then follow us?
Next up was another temple visit, this time at the Gigantija temples. Is that right? Just like the Hagar, Quim and Manadra temples in Malta in my last video, the Gigantija temples are well over 5,500 years old. Again, way older than the pyramids. They are the world's second oldest existing man-made religious structure. Amazing. But you want to know what's really annoying? When a large Asian tour group is in front of you and they take bloody ages to get out of the way. Next up was visiting these weird square things filled with water called salt pans. They're part of a 350-year-old massive salt production that happens on Gozo. And in a nutshell, it's the evaporation of water from the sun that forms into salt. And during certain months of the year, you can get to see the locals at work where they get to collect huge amounts of salt. The salt pans stretch around 3 kilometers along the coast where they provide quite a scenic view. I had no idea really how salt was made, and this is how it's done. So there you go, that was interesting, weren't it? A nice bit of random general knowledge for you. You never know, you may need it in a quiz or something. You can thank me later. However, I just like sitting in my own hole. It was cosy. And if you travel up the hill a bit, you get a lovely view overlooking a part of the countryside. Quite a difference from all of the yellow masonry and limestone that Malta is known for.
There was one lonely boat in the water, going nowhere. There was one lonely boat in the water, having the time of his life. And we've just been driving down the road and we've came across Cicala Windmill. Nice little quirky architecture in the middle of the town. I believe you can go here, but it's closed at night, so if we do have any time in the day we might try and hop inside. But there you go, nice little quirky feature in Gozo. And here it is in the daytime.
Oh wow. Are you meant to come up this far?
We have. Does it go any further?
What's a windmill geometry?
I can tell you what a windmill does. I think a windmill, does it like
I'm not telling you. You're telling
mill the grain
me
for wheat and things?
You're telling me you got it right or not.
Well, I'm going to Google it
No.
and I'm going to find out. Because it's big gear. I'm guessing it's got something to do with grinding anything down there.
Of course I know what a windmill does, just stupid Rebecca trying to catch me out again.
This is Ramallah Beach. It's meant to be known for its redness. This isn't red to me, it's just very dark orange. Oh well, it's the first beach we've been to.
Oh yeah, look at that creative shot right there. Look at how she gently caresses the sand as she elegantly walks. It's as if she's floating, like an angel. She's at one with nature, one stroke at a time, without a care in the And that's pretty much everything we did in Gozo. In the last and final part of our Malta getaway, we visit the Camino Island, as well as the quite famous Medina City. It's pretty known for where Game of Thrones was shot, so you're definitely going to want to come back for that. And again, I hope you've all enjoyed it up to now, and I hope you've learned something new as well. I certainly have. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in part 3. Bye!